Hello and welcome to the Cove with a brand new series. We are back with BattleTech from Harebrained Schemes. Okay, so it has been some time since we have played, but it is good to return. We're going to be in with a new career this time around, and we are taking applications like the previous series. If you've got a character that you'd like to join on in and see if you can join Leviathan's might, be sure to leave a comment below in either the comments for this video or in our community post or on the short recruitment video. So yes, that's what we're here to do. We're here for a new career, so let's not waste any time. This is still just the vanilla game. I have not gone into any mods at this point, though depending on how this series goes, I might pick up a slightly modded run in the future, just give a little bit more depth to the game. But either way, we're going to go ahead and get ready. We will be playing... Yeah, we're going to turn off Iron Man mode. I do not want any accidents to happen and have us lose all of our progress. I think we will go ahead and we'll kick up the enemy difficulty level. Yeah, we're going to kick that up to hard. It's a little bit difficult at first, but again, by the end of our last series, we weren't really struggling too much, so I think we'll kick that up a notch. And then after that, is there anything else we need to really worry about? Well, we'll keep our random starting mechs. I think that should be fine. I'm not sure what we get to start with, but we will see. Mech destruction, what is this exactly? Let's just double check. Oh, that's right. Hang on a second. This one is the one where if the center torso goes, the whole mech is down and out. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go with this because let's just double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Salvage, we'll leave that at normal for now. Advanced MechWarriors, we will go with... let's go with rare. I think that seems fair enough. And then contract payments, we'll keep that at normal. Progression should also be fairly normal. No rare salvage. I don't think we're going to bother with that. That doesn't seem particularly useful. Nor, what is lethality here? Hang on a second. When the setting is enabled, MechWarriors that are incapacitated in combat will always be killed. No, we don't need that. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, okay, so we're not going to go ahead and play around with anything else. These are the main ones that we need to focus on. We won't go with Iron Man, and we'll keep the fairly basic parts for assembly. I think 3 should be good enough for now. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. So, let's start the game and then we will get our house in order. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up some of our colors and whatever else. But yeah, we should have a pretty good run. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure how much money we start with. It's probably about 1 million Seabills or so if memory serves from some of the gameplay that I've done a while ago. But either way, that should be fine. We'll also have to have a look at our recruits, which, oh yes, we do have a couple already in, and so I think we might try and make that happen. We'll have a bit of a look and we'll see how that plays out. And then I guess we'll also have to have a look at our mechs and figure out exactly what we're working with. Alright, so I'll see when this finishes loading. Alright, well, here we are. We have our character summary. We should probably go ahead and, well, you know what? I might actually tweak some of these things. Yeah, just give me one more second and you'll see who my character looks like in a second. Okay, so this is what we've got. My character, my family comes from the Free Worlds League. We were doing well until after our 16th birthday when we were exiled. Out of town, we fell into the life of a merchant guard, so that's going to give us a nice little bit of a boost. So yeah, from the Augur and Reach, we've got some bonus tactics and gunnery, as well as some piloting, and we've come up with a nice little profile, fairly similar to what we had last time. Our character name is Lionel Leviathan Makarov. So that should be pretty good. Let's jump on in. Mercenaries career, yes, obviously things go well and bad, but anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in. You can read that if you want to, you can pause. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and quickly customize our company and make sure that's all right. So give me a second while I get everything to its rightful place. Okay, so here we go. Here are the colors. I kind of had a bit of a look around and I figured out what colors I'd prefer. So yeah, we've gone ahead and we've popped them on in. So we've got those. We've got our insignia, which is always important, our crest. And yeah, we will see how it goes. That said though, I always do love the fact that we see those little miniatures there. Wonderful little choice. Alright, so Leviathan's Might. Let's go ahead and quickly head over to our barracks. We do have a few characters, so we're going to have a quick look and see exactly who we've got. And yeah, I will introduce them to you, but we will do so in just a second. So I'll show you who they are after I update things. Okay, so here we go. We have updated our recruits list, which works out rather well. So, let's start at the top for the... Actually, no, we'll start at the bottom and we'll work our way up. So, first things first, we have a fellow named Tobias Adams, also known as Tank. He is from the periphery. We then also have ourselves, and then we have Ranik Eisenkral, Headhunter. He came highly recommended from another mercenary company that has disbanded some time ago. But yes, the recommendation was good, so I thought we would keep that. And then we also have Mikhail Hunter, also known as Big Man. So yeah, that is our current crew. We do have another one, but right now I guess we'll see who gets in. Again, just because there are options given doesn't guarantee survival. Yeah, basically, just because you get in doesn't guarantee survival. That is one of the disclaimers. But either way, we've got a little bit of XP, so we're going to go ahead and spend some of that. Let's boost up our basic gunnery as well as our piloting skill. Confirming that should be fairly good, although let's just double check. Indirect fire penalty, that's not bad, but right now I think what we'll do is, yeah, that unsteady threshold, we will make sure we boost up, as after all, it doesn't take much for you to go down early on, and that is not good for us, as that also means we don't have, yeah, they can take directed shots at us. Alright, so what mechs do we start with? Ooh, okay, we've got a Vindicator, that's not terrible. So we've got some jump jets, PPC, LRM-5. Okay, that's not terrible. We also have an Enforcer with an AC-10, a large laser, small laser. That is not bad. What else have we got? We've also got a Commando, actually two Commando 2Ds, as well as a Spider. Okay, so the Spider has lots of, just two lasers? Yes, so it does. Okay, only two lasers. A little bit dangerous, but we will see how it goes. How is our armor, actually? I'm almost tempted, with all of those jump jets, as handy as it is, I do question whether we should try and refit some of these. But again, we will have to wait. I suppose we should probably get some extra weapons and equipment and whatever have you. So, let us not waste any further time. Let's jump on into the command center and see exactly what is available to us. So, we have $1 million. We're going to have to start paying our crew 30 days until our next report. That'll cost us a good 200,000. So, best we can come up with some money sooner than later. Alright, so at the moment, what have we got? We have a whole bunch of options with a Taurian Concordate. That's not the worst. We also have some stuff here for the pirates. Alright, well, we have a battle. Interesting. Taurian authorities temporarily distracted. We could do this, and then maybe put some work into fixing up our reputation with them. Either that, or the Federated Sons. Alright, well, either way. Oh, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and I think we take one of these nice, quick, and easy ones. Let's go with the pirates first. And yeah, then we'll sort things out as we go. Alright, so early on, this will give us a little bit of reputation with these guys. We'll lose a little with the Taurians, but again, at this point, everybody is indifferent to us. It's not going to be particularly wonderful for us. I think we stick with... Let's see... 3 and 13, yeah. We need as many bits and pieces as we can get right now, but we also need money, so I think we'll quickly do a standard half and half just for now. It's only half a skull, so it's not going to be particularly difficult, but we do want some salvage and we definitely want some money. So let's go ahead and accept and see about our first drop. Alright, so since there are 4 of us, I suppose we all should be jumping on in today. We'll see if a little bit of experience helps us out. Let's see. No tonnage maximum. What do we want? Do we want the Enforcer? I feel like that's not the worst plan. We'll take one of those. The Vindicator, you know, let's give that to Headhunter. And then what do we want? Do we want to use the Spider? Got 280 armor or 320 on the Commandos. Actually, SRMs are not the worst idea here. Although that maneuverability, but that firepower is just very, very abysmal. You know what? I think maybe we run a couple of Commandos and we'll see how that plays out. Only 145 tons to drop, but it is what it is. So,
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
let's jump on and see exactly what is out below us. Okay, fingers crossed things go well, because if things go poorly, this could be a very difficult start to our run. But either way, we can only find out. Alright, so we must destroy an enemy patrol. We're planning an operation, and to pull it off, we need the Taurian authorities to be temporarily distracted. We need you to create that distraction. We'll point you at a Taurian control. You do something loud and fatal to them. Meanwhile, we execute our operation and give you a cut of the proceeds. Oh, and there may be reinforcements. That's good. And that's one less lands to get in our way. Well, yeah, I really like the loud and fatal as a job description, Commander. I may get it put on a plaque. Well, depending if things go very, very poorly, who knows? Might even end up as a gravestone.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, well, here we go. Let's drop off, and this is the place. Time to start. Our targets should be somewhere in this vicinity. Let's hit them hard and then get them all looking in our direction. Oh, and remember, there will likely be reinforcements. Alright, and it looks like I can already see, what is that, a Panther? Panther or a Vindicator, maybe? I'm not sure, but we will find out. Let's get our Enforcer moving first. Yeah, let's go as fast as we can. Oh, and we already have contact. Okay, so that is... yeah, very questionable as to what that would be. Let's get our Vindicator lined up. I think we'll go... do we try and take a high position and get some shots down there? I think we do.
Copy that.
And then our Commandos, they're going to need to get moving if we want to get in the fray, which I'm sure is going to be the case. So we'll go ahead and see what we can find. Alright. Enemies are moving first.
A new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Alright, we've got our Commandos, which we could move, but you know what? We've got some pretty decent evasion right now. Let's go ahead and quickly reserve.
Aye, aye. Reserving action.
See if we can bring them to us. You know what? We're actually going to go one more turn and see if they come closer. No? Alright, well, we'll wait till the very end and we'll try and force as much on a single turn as possible. Let's see, our Enforcer, we will get eyes on if we move over here. There is a little bit of difficulty, but we're not going to have much better. Alright, so it was a Panther we see. Alright, AC 10, we can fire that off with a 45 or a large laser. Yeah, look, at this stage, I think we maybe try and save some of our damage. A 45% with our big hitter, not quite as good. We'll save what we can. Oh, and it looks like we struck true. Okay, that is nice. Let's see, who else is there? We can't seem to get any direct line of sight for our PPC, although our LRMs will have a shot. Yeah, alright, let's just double check. Actually, if we were to use our jump jets, we could in fact get a shot there. Actually, that's not too bad. Either that or... yeah, that seems to be the best spot for us. The question is, do we want to run through before we get stuck? Because that could be a possibility. Yeah, although that's not going to do too much to our ammunition stockpiles. But you know what? Let's get the commando moving. We'll see if we can strip some of that evasion. Yeah, and then we'll follow up with the other. Alright, first barrage. No damage, but it does make it a bit easier to hit.
Waiting for orders.
Let's bring our other commando in. Ooh. Hang on a second. Let's just double check if we're jump jetting in. Oh no, we're actually in a good enough position. Alright, you can also line up there. Again, unlikely for anything to happen here, but we have the heat threshold, so we may as well take the shot. Alright, and that's a little bit of extra damage. Alright, Rannick, let's go. Jump on in and we'll see what we can do. We're now up to a 60% shot on that PPC. That's very nice. Yeah, I think that is not too bad. Actually, do you know what? I think we drop off the medium laser. We don't have the best heat efficiency, but 55 and 60% should be alright. And who knows, we might even do some damage to that right torso. Alright. Nope. No dice. Alright then, let's see how these guys play out. Alright, that evasion's working well. It's our turn. Alright, looks like... yeah, just this Panther at this point.
Waiting for orders.
Let's go... I think we zoom him up and we take a bit of cover.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is... yeah, we'll bring him up here. We'll try and put all of our focus on that guy, and it's already hitting the right side. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We do have access to a precision strike, but is that really worth it just yet? I don't actually think it is. Let's just go with a regular attack.
Firing all weapons.
Alright, and you know what? That worked out well. Pilot injury, we took out some of its armor. Oh, he's going in for a melee. Ooh, that's going to hurt. Alright, what happened there? How's he doing? Okay, we've busted up a leg pretty severely, but everything else is fine. That's good.
Receiving you.
Let's see. Let's bring on in... oh, they're both in cover here. Okay, so what's that? That's his right side torso. So that's this side over here. Let's see if we can force the issue a little.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, again, if we can do some damage there, this could hopefully make life a little bit easier. Is there any weapons on the side? Yeah, that's his PPC arm.
Firing all weapons.
Alright, I was kind of hoping to take out that right torso there, but again, that would have just been a nice thing to have. Let's go... 80s, 75s. That's pretty solid. In fact, we could also go ahead and use a precision strike, and I think we may...
Receiving you.
I think we may end up doing that again. If we can control the field a little bit, that's probably ideal. So let's see what we can do. Let's get that AC-10 online. Let's go with a precision strike. That boosts everything to 85%. That's 1 in 3 for the torso. You know what? It takes out a lot of his stuff. Yeah, I think that's what we do. There's some pretty good odds to hit that, so let's go ahead and aim towards that center of mass. Excellent. Alright, right torso and arm destroyed.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
That's very nice. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
Headhunter, let's march you forwards if you may. Alright, I don't think that there's any particularly phenomenal spot for you. Let's just move over in this direction.
Move order received.
Alright, and again, we're just going to see if we can focus him down. If we hit the center torso, that should probably be a kill. We'll add on in that medium laser. LRMs. That'll keep us heat neutral at least. But we are getting close to that stability threshold, and you know what? I think it's worth it. Alright. How do we do? Alright, some indirect fire there. Alright, let's go.
Receiving you.
I think we go ahead and we get... Actually, hang on a second. Where is... What is his health looking like? I was about to say maybe we hide behind him, but I don't think that's going to do too much. We could just...
Ready for
We could
orders.
probably just finish him off as it stands. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll move. That way we can at least focus in on there. We should get a little bit of evasion. We'll just fire off everything. Yep. Alright, one down. Oh, that was the patrol. Okay, so it's only 2 units. Okay, so a nice short... nice short engagement to begin with. Let's go ahead and zip on around. We should be able to hit him in the side.
I copy.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see how that does. Alright, structure exposed. That's nice. Where is he weak? On the leg. Okay. No, maybe we try and leg the mech. That's always a possibility.
Commander.
Let's get our enforcer up and moving. We'll keep him nice and flanked so he has no real good options.
All weapons committed.
Alright, left arm destroyed. Jump jet down.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, and what else have we got? I suppose at this point we just go all on in.
Location confirmed.
Yeah, let's, you know what? I was going to say let's wait with the LRM, but realistically it's not going to make a huge difference. There's the right leg destroyed. That should be him getting knocked down. And now we just have some precision strikes to finish him off, which is ideal. We'll aim for the other leg just so we have more salvage, but we will...
Good to go.
We'll see what we can do. Alright, so... Let's just go ahead and focus on the target. Let's go for the leg. Not a guarantee, but it is... Actually, you know what? Maybe we just go for the... I don't really want to destroy the center torso if avoidable, but you know what? I don't think it's going to make a difference.
All weapons are go.
Yeah,
One less target.
I thought that could happen. Well, I hope that distraction was sufficient for our friend's purposes.
Mission successful.
Okay, well, no one died. That's good. No one got injured. Even better. And we should be taking a couple of parts of a mech home, which is delightful. So, that's 110,000 Seabills to our name. The Taurians aren't super happy with us, but again, we'll be able to fix that up fairly soon. We did lose a little bit of structure on a commando, but again, that's not the be-all and end-all. Let's see, what have we got? We can take part of a Javelin and a Panther, and then I think we also go with the LRM-15. That is at least a decent-sized weapon. What else do we gain? Heatsink, jump jets, and some ammo. Alright, ammo's pretty good. Alright, well, you know what? I think that was fairly easy. Do we go ahead and jump on in one more? We'll see what it looks like. If there's another single, half skull mission, I think we'll go ahead and take it. Otherwise, we might call things there. We do definitely need to fix up that commando. Again, we do need to make sure that we've got a good roster of things, and we are not wasting too much time on all of our mechs. Alright, so let's quickly zip on in. Commando, you need a little bit of repair. Although, you know what? Actually, let's have a bit of a look at it right now. If we go ahead and have a look at the refit, what is... I need to see, what is its current structure sitting at? Let's see, structure, we have 20 out of 30. You know what? We've got a fair bit of armor there. Maybe we don't bother. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. Yeah, no, we're going to dive, we're going to leave it be. It doesn't matter if it's slightly damaged. I think we should be fine. Can go in for another battle in some Badlands, and I think that that's probably what we will do. Yeah, another quick little fight should work out nicely. This will make the Taurians a bit happier, put us back to a net 0 for this mission. Some good money. Do we want salvage? Probably... the money is a little bit short on this one. Yeah, let's go for the 100,000. Actually, you know what? It's only about 20,000 different, but depending if we fight a mech or two, we might actually want the priority. Though we may not actually get too much in... Never mind. We're going equal. I'm assuming that there's going to be a bit of a, like maybe only a single mech. Maybe even two. Yes, I know we have some internal structure damage, but we're going to go with it anyway. I want to have a couple of missions back to back if we can. Just make sure that we are making the most for our mech bays efficiency, I should say. Yeah, I think that's about right. Because after all, we don't want them to be trying to fix mechs and then us having broken them. And realistically, if a leg breaks, the 10 damage probably isn't going to be enough to change things. But either way, let's go ahead. Destroy enemy units. A lance of pirate battle mechs have been rampaging in Taurian territory on Illusion. They have been raising population centers, burning fields and refineries, looting storage facilities. They're clearly doing everything they can think of to drive our people out. This is terrorism, pure and simple. We need you to find them and destroy them. No escape, no prisoners. Okay, as Darius says, not much to say, Commander. Shoot to kill.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, well I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Alright, stand up fight, Commander. Your lands against the opposing forces. Intel says they're near your current location. Move in. Okay.
Who fights over a place like this?
Let's go ahead and make the most of the road. Let's get our enforcer up and running. Alright, we have contact with unknown battle mech mass. Let's get the Vindicator moving forwards too. We'll get our commando. And that should be sufficient.
Roger that.
Alright, we have two contacts. Okay. I'm guessing we're only going to be fighting two mechs. Maybe we could have gone with an extra piece of salvage, but you know what? Ow. That little flea
My armor's getting stripped off.
is a dirtbag. That
Ready for
is
orders.
remarkably rude. Look at that. Down to 40 points already? Okay.
Standing by.
Let's run our other commando forwards just so they're less likely to take shots. What's this guy got? He's got some a flamer, a large laser. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll focus 35. You know what? We'll run as far forwards as possible
Acknowledge.
and we'll see what we're fighting. Alright, we have a javelin at the back here with twin SRM 6s. Our shots here are not the best, but they're better than the other. You know what? This is probably our easiest target. Let's go ahead and fire. Who knows? If we're lucky, we might be able to keep them at bay, prevent them from doing too much damage. Alright, that's better. Let's make
Damage
sure...
is minor, Commander.
I think what we
Waiting for
do
orders.
is with our commando here, what do we go for? Well, there's a couple of options. These guys are SRMs. Let's try and keep that at distance. What have we got here? 30, 35s, 30, 35s. Okay, that's not going to get any better, so I suppose we'll keep maximum distance. Prevent
Heading
any
out.
excess trouble, and then let's focus on that flea first. Yeah, that large laser is going to cause us issues. Either that or actually, you know what? It's much of a muchness, but we got to play the odds.
On it.
Alright, structure exposed. A flea doesn't exactly have much armor, but again, we're a little bit short on our firepower for now. Alright, let's see, what could we do? We could 45s, 50s, 45s, 50s.
Standing by.
What about Ranik there? What have we got? 40, 25, 35. Ooh, it's a choice. I think we aim for the flea though. Yeah, I think we aim for the flea. After all, that's more likely to take out that commando there that's already lost its armor. So we've got a little bit more there to protect ourselves. Let's see what we can do.
Engaging target.
Ooh, swing and a miss. That's a shame.
No damage detected.
Okay, Ranik, could you please do slightly better than what I just did? That would be appreciated. Although, actually, hang on a second. 50, 35, and 45. If we go jump jets... 50, 35, and 45. It's all about the same, but you do get more evasion. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, you're not moving half as far. Let's go ahead and use the jump jets. I think we're going to be able to take care of it fairly well. We'll go over here.
Here we go.
And we'll see what we can do. Yeah, this thing's almost done. Any hit is all we really need. Oh, and no dice. Oh, that's a shame. I was really hoping to bust a leg on that thing and make our life a bit easier. Alright, well, going for the good old ram technique and a little bit of flame.
Detecting MechWarrior injury.
Of course, injury. That's just what we wanted to see. Of course it is. Alright,
Good to go.
well then, if that's the case, we can probably clear that out with a with a decent hit. What have we got here? 30 left arm. We really want that leg.
Good to go.
Let's see, commando. Let's just go with
Yes,
this
Commander.
one for now. Let's run this way, and we will attack it from behind. Make it
Position confirmed.
reassess its positioning there. Yeah, we'll go with everything. Again, we'll probably hit a leg. And I was kind of hoping to hit the leg even just from the other direction. Ooh, he's taking shots on our other commando. That's what I was hoping to avoid. But he still stands. That's the main thing. Alright then, tank. Let's get you close. Let's fire off. Actually, hang on a second. Can we go for a melee? That is the question. That'll be 70% at 35 damage. You know what? That's actually not too shabby, and we'll very likely break his leg. 35. No, I don't think we will though. Let's go for the. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. We are. Oops, that was meant to be a melee. That's my bad there. I decided we would do that instead, but yeah, we won't waste the precision strike on this one.
On enemy.
If we can get a hit,
Go
that
ahead,
should be
Commander.
enough. There goes the knockdown, there goes the leg. Yeah, alright, so that's at least kicked down its initiative, made our life a bit safer for the next one. Let's get everything else focused in on this guy here.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see, 75. Let's move. There we go. Let's move over there.
On my way.
You can focus here. 20. Ooh, within minimum range. Oh, I did forget about that. Alright, let's go for a precision strike. We'll go ahead and we will... I guess we aim for the leg. Yeah, we'll boost all of that up. Let's drop off the... Let's drop off the LRM. That should be fine. We'll just see what we can do here.
Firing.
Did we get it? No, we didn't. We missed everything. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, you know what then? Let's just go ahead and finish this thing. We can go with a good old melee. That'll destroy this thing nice and easily. 65 damage, small laser to follow up.
Engaging physical attack.
Yeah, there we have it. Right torso destroyed, right arm destroyed. Pilot injury.
Yes, Commander.
Let's focus in with this 95%. It's basically a done deal. If he lives, it's by a miracle.
Physical attack.
Yeah, there we are. That's what we're after.
Tango down.
Alright, and now we can just knock down this
What's
last
up,
guy
boss?
and we should be fine. Which side leg is that? That's his right leg. That should be that one over there. We can't quite reach that. That's alright. We'll do some stability damage
to
with
position.
our SRMs. Let's see what we can do.
Got it.
Alright, there goes the left arm. Oh, he's jumping behind. Structure exposed, but it doesn't mean he's done damage.
That shot got past my armor.
Ooh, okay. Let's just check in on the mech. Yeah, 2 points of damage. That's it. Honestly, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and...
I'm here.
let's just go ahead and get you to do a bit of a melee. That should be fine. Yeah.
On it.
Break a leg?
Ooh.
No, torso. Alright, and then we can follow up with our AC-10, which should be more than enough. Alright, can we just go ahead and shoot? No. Let's just move just as far as we can on the off chance that something bad happens, like we miss. But again, we should be fine. Let's go ahead and... there we have it. That thing is cooked.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, target's down, Commander. Let's get you home and collect our
Mission
pay.
successful.
Very nice. Alright, so question is, what do we want for loot? We don't exactly have much to choose from, but luckily for us, they didn't have a ton of useful stuff. Yeah, we've got a little bit of damage, that's fine, it's kind of to be expected. We did unfortunately take an injury, which is very unfortunate. 23 days I am out. But we all got 500 XP, which means we should be able to get some level ups. Let's go with the Javelin. Yeah, we'll go with the Javelin, although I think we get everything. Yeah. Probably could have gone for a bit more money. Oh well. You can't know with these things, so it just is as it is. Alright, so you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll quickly zoom on over to the barracks and we will distribute some of our level ups, and then we'll see how that'll yeah, and then we'll see where we're at, and then I guess that's where we'll call it, and we'll come back with the rest in the next one. So let's quickly go to the barracks and check in on everybody.
Good to go.
Tank, you got 1000 XP. Let's go ahead and could go for a couple of upgrades. Could also work on a Bulwark, which actually, you know what? Given your name, Tank, well, maybe that's what we do. Yeah, that'll give you an extra little bit of health. That's probably not bad, although actually with 1000 XP, we could go for better melee as well as weaponry. Yeah, look, don't get me wrong, we'll probably end up giving you some guts, but let's just make sure that you can survive being shot at and shoot a little better. We'll go ahead and we'll confirm those.
Complete.
I'm out. Let's see, what could we do? Indirect fire penalty. Work our way up for a little bit of extra health. It wouldn't be a bad plan, but I think for now we'll just stay with what we've got. And then Rannick, let's focus in with some... yeah, let's go with some basic gunnery skills again. Just increase our probability to hit some targets, and then we might chuck some more points into some tactics, piloting, guts, you know, the other stuff, and keep that up and running. But we don't have any other pilots with gunnery 4 at this stage, so that will be very nice.
What's up, boss?
And then for the big man, Mikhail Hunter himself, let's go ahead and we will focus in on... actually, no, let's just bring up the basics up to level 3. That should be fine. A little bit of an even an even build right now, but early on everything does matter so very much. It is an important thing to do. Alright, so I guess I'm out for the next little bit. Leviathan is going to have to sit on down, but we will come back with another contract in the next one. So if you do want to see that or the rest of the series, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.